Before life hits you hard, learn the secrets to staying unshakable. Rabbi David's message will change how you face every challenge. Life has a way of testing us in ways we never expect. It doesn't come with a manual, and the challenges we face often arrive without warning. But what if there was a way to see the storms before they hit? What if you could recognize the subtle signs, the quiet signals, that life is preparing you for something bigger? This is not just about survival. It's about thriving, about facing life with awareness, clarity, and courage before it has the chance to break you. The first step is learning to recognize life's early warnings. These warnings are rarely loud or obvious. They come as small, almost imperceptible nudges, an uneasy feeling in your gut, a recurring thought you can't ignore, relationships that feel off balance, opportunities that seem to slip away. Most people ignore these signs, dismissing them as coincidences or bad luck. But the truth is, these are messages from your inner self, from the universe, or from life itself, urging you to pay attention. They are trying to prepare you, to guide you toward awareness before the consequences of neglect become overwhelming. It starts with slowing down and observing your life with honesty. Are you constantly exhausted? Do you feel drained emotionally or spiritually? Are patterns repeating themselves, mistakes, misunderstandings, heartbreaks, over and over again? These are early warnings that something needs your attention. Too often, we keep moving as if nothing matters, waiting for a crisis to force our hand. But life doesn't have to wait for a disaster to teach you. The signs are already there. You just have to learn to see them. Recognizing these warnings requires courage. It's easier to distract yourself with work, social media, or even temporary pleasures than to face the truth. But courage is not the absence of fear, it's the willingness to face discomfort head-on. By acknowledging life's signals, you give yourself the chance to act rather than react, to shape your path rather than be shaped by circumstances. This awareness is not passive, it is active, deliberate, and empowering. The second step is learning to embrace challenges before they break you. Once you see the warning signs, the natural tendency might be to resist, avoid, or fight against what's coming. But true strength comes from embracing life's challenges, not running from them. Challenges are not punishments, they are opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to become stronger, to build resilience and wisdom. Every obstacle has a lesson hidden within it. And the earlier you engage with that lesson, the more prepared you become for the storms that lie ahead. Embracing challenges means stepping into discomfort intentionally. It means accepting that life is not always easy, but that every difficulty you face has the potential to strengthen you. When you face a problem head-on, you gain clarity. You understand your limits and discover your true capabilities. Every challenge you confront and navigate adds to a foundation of confidence and resilience that cannot be shaken. The more you embrace these moments proactively, the less power life has to break you when unexpected crises occur. It also means shifting your perspective. Challenges are often disguised as setbacks, failures, or losses. But if you train your mind to see them differently, they become stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Every difficult conversation, every career setback, every personal loss is an invitation to learn, to adapt, and to grow. When you embrace challenges early, you gain mastery over your reactions, emotions, and decisions. You learn to navigate life's turbulence with grace and composure. Many people wait until life pushes them into despair before they pay attention. They wait for heartbreak, financial loss, health scares, or career crises to force them into action. But this waiting is unnecessary. By listening to the subtle signals and embracing challenges as they arise, you stay ahead of the curve. You cultivate foresight and resilience, making it nearly impossible for life to completely overwhelm you. You become proactive rather than reactive, a creator of your circumstances rather than a victim of them. Embracing challenges also requires patience and persistence. Growth does not happen overnight. Facing challenges is not about instant solutions or immediate victories, it is about developing the mindset, discipline, and inner strength to navigate life steadily, no matter what comes your way. Every small step you take to address a warning, to confront a difficulty, adds up over time. What may feel insignificant today can become a powerful foundation for tomorrow. At its core, recognizing life's early warnings and embracing challenges before they break you is about self-awareness, courage, and conscious action. It's about understanding that life's storms are inevitable, but being caught off guard is optional. By learning to pay attention to the subtle signs and actively engaging with life's challenges, you create a life where you are prepared, resilient, and empowered. You transform uncertainty and adversity from sources of fear into sources of strength. In the end, life's message is clear. Don't wait for the breaking point to teach you what you could have learned sooner. Pay attention. Listen to the signs. Face challenges head-on. Build strength, resilience, and awareness now, so that when life tests you, you are unshakable. This is not just about surviving, it's about thriving, about living fully with purpose, courage, and clarity, no matter what life brings your way. Life doesn't always hand us the path we expect. It twists, turns, and throws obstacles in ways that challenge not just our circumstances, but the very core of who we are. In these moments, the strongest force you can rely on is the one that exists inside of you. True strength doesn't come from external validation, wealth, or success. It comes from within, from a quiet, unwavering resilience that allows you to stand tall no matter what life throws at you. Building this inner resilience is not optional, it is essential. Resilience is cultivated, not granted. It grows through experience, through facing difficulties and making the conscious choice to rise again each time life tries to push you down. Every time you endure, every time you confront a challenge and refuse to let it define you, your inner foundation becomes stronger. It's like forging steel. Repeated heat, pressure, and hammering do not destroy it, they make it unbreakable. The more you embrace this process, the more you realize that resilience is not about avoiding pain, but about mastering the art of moving forward despite it. Inner resilience is deeply connected to your awareness and your actions. It starts by observing your thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment. You may feel fear, doubt, or sadness, but recognizing these feelings without letting them control you is the first step towards strength. This self-awareness allows you to respond deliberately rather than react impulsively, giving you control over how you navigate life's storms. Resilience is not the absence of struggle, it is the ability to face struggle and continue, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. To strengthen your inner resilience, it's important to build habits that reinforce mental and emotional fortitude. Start by setting boundaries with negativity, whether it comes from people, situations, or even your own thoughts. Surround yourself with sources of inspiration, encouragement, and positivity. Engage in practices that nurture your mind and body, meditation, reflection, exercise, or journaling. These are not just routines, they are investments in your inner strength, deposits that pay dividends when life tests you most. Equally important is the practice of embracing discomfort intentionally. Growth rarely comes from comfort zones. Challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty are all invitations to expand your capacity. When you push yourself to endure discomfort with focus and purpose, you train your mind to remain calm and adaptable under pressure. This adaptability is a cornerstone of resilience. Life will always throw unexpected storms, but by learning to navigate discomfort now, you prepare yourself to face anything without fear or hesitation. Your mindset plays a pivotal role in how you experience life. How you think shapes your reality, determines your actions, and influences the outcomes you achieve. A mindset rooted in fear, doubt, or negativity will magnify obstacles and make challenges seem insurmountable. Conversely, a mindset rooted in possibility, growth, and faith transforms challenges into opportunities and setbacks into lessons. Shifting your mindset is not just a mental exercise, it is a conscious act of empowerment, a declaration that you will not be defined by circumstance, but by the strength of your perspective. Shifting your mindset begins with awareness. Observe the stories you tell yourself, the beliefs you hold about your capabilities, your worth, and your potential. Are these beliefs empowering or limiting? Are they rooted in reality, or are they echoes of past disappointments and fears? Challenge the narratives that do not serve you, and replace them with thoughts that expand your vision, fortify your courage, and inspire action. The mind is not a passive instrument, it is the architect of your life. Build it with intention. Gratitude and focus are powerful allies in transforming your mindset. When you consciously acknowledge what you have, rather than fixating on what you lack, your perspective begins to shift. You notice opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems. This doesn't deny hardship, it simply equips you with the clarity to act effectively and decisively. A mind trained to focus on growth and possibility becomes a fortress against fear, anxiety, and despair. It enables you to see life not as a series of challenges meant to defeat you, but as a series of lessons designed to elevate you. It's also important to reframe failure and mistakes. Every misstep carries insight, every setback a hidden advantage. Rather than internalizing disappointment as a reflection of inadequacy, view it as information, as a map guiding you toward improvement. Shifting your mindset in this way allows you to extract value from every experience, transforming pain into progress and trials into triumphs. The strength that comes from this perspective is unmatched. It is not dependent on luck or circumstance, but on your willingness to think differently, to act boldly, and to persevere relentlessly. Ultimately, strengthening your inner resilience and shifting your mindset are inseparable. Resilience provides the stamina to endure, while mindset determines the meaning you assign to every experience. Together, they create a foundation that cannot be shaken, a spirit that cannot be broken. Life may still test you, it may still challenge you, but no storm is too strong, no setback too severe, and no fear too overwhelming when you have cultivated both the fortitude to endure and the perspective to see opportunity in every challenge. When you begin to act with awareness, strengthen your inner capacity, and adopt a mindset rooted in growth and possibility, you create a life where you are not at the mercy of circumstances. Instead, you become the author of your story, capable of facing life's uncertainties with courage, clarity, and confidence. No matter what happens, you know that the power to rise again, to rebuild, and to thrive is already within you. Life often feels like it happens to us. Circumstances, other people, and unforeseen events can seem like they dictate the direction of our days, weeks, and even years. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming the world for where we are, wishing things were different, or waiting for someone or something to rescue us. But true empowerment begins the moment you accept that the one person who has the power to change your life is yourself. Taking full responsibility for your life is not about self-blame or guilt. It's about ownership. It's about acknowledging that your choices, actions, and mindset are the forces that will shape your future, more than luck, circumstance, or the opinions of others ever could. Taking responsibility means facing reality as it is, not as you wish it were. It means honestly assessing your strengths and weaknesses, your successes and failures without excuses. Life will always present challenges, but how you respond to them is entirely within your control. You may not choose the situations you encounter, but you can always choose your reaction, your attitude, and the steps you take next. Every decision you make is a vote for the life you want to live. When you embrace this principle, you stop waiting for change and start creating it. Owning your life also requires courage, because it is easier to play the victim than the victor. The victim mindset says, "This happened to me, and it's not my fault." The mindset of ownership says, "This is happening, and I will act." One is disempowering, the other is liberating. When you take responsibility, you reclaim your power. You no longer give it away to circumstances, other people, or the past. You become the active participant in your journey, capable of making deliberate choices that align with your values and goals. This is the foundation of a life that is resilient, purposeful, and fulfilled. Taking responsibility also means recognizing that growth requires action. Reflection and awareness are important, but they are only the starting points. Real change comes from doing, making difficult decisions, confronting fears, stepping out of comfort zones, and persistently moving forward even when the path is uncertain. Every time you act with accountability, you strengthen the muscle of responsibility, and the next challenge becomes easier to face. Life stops being a series of problems you endure and becomes a series of opportunities you navigate with confidence. At the same time, learning to trust the process is essential. Life is rarely linear, and progress is rarely immediate. You may work tirelessly toward a goal, make sacrifices, and invest your time and energy only to encounter setbacks, delays, or unexpected obstacles. Trusting the process means believing that these experiences are part of a larger journey, that the effort you put in now is building the foundation for something greater, even if you cannot see it yet. It is an understanding that growth, transformation, and success require patience, consistency, and faith. Trusting the process does not mean being passive. It means committing fully to your path while accepting that some elements are beyond your control. It is a balance between action and surrender, doing what you can while releasing the need to control the outcome. Life's lessons unfold in their own time, and sometimes the very obstacles that frustrate you are the ones that prepare you for the opportunities ahead. The longer you resist or rush, the more you miss the subtle growth that comes from allowing the journey to unfold naturally. When you combine responsibility with trust in the process, you create a powerful synergy. Responsibility gives you the initiative to take charge of your actions, while trust allows you to remain patient and resilient in the face of uncertainty. You are no longer trapped between frustration and fear. You are aligned with a deeper rhythm of life, moving forward steadily, learning, adapting, and evolving. Challenges become not threats, but essential ingredients in your personal development. Every setback is a teacher, every delay is a chance to refine your approach, and every obstacle is an opportunity to prove your strength. Trusting the process also strengthens your resilience and mindset. When you believe that effort and intention eventually lead to growth, it changes how you handle failure and disappointment. You begin to see every experience as part of a larger tapestry, understanding that today's struggle may be tomorrow's breakthrough. You stop being disheartened by delays or temporary losses and instead cultivate patience, persistence, and unwavering determination. Your focus shifts from immediate results to long-term growth, which is where true transformation lies. Life is a reflection of the energy and accountability you bring to it. Taking responsibility and trusting the process go hand in hand because they create a framework for consistent, deliberate growth. You act with intention. You persist through adversity, and you remain open to the lessons embedded in every experience. The power to shape your destiny is in your hands, but it requires a mindset that is both proactive and patient, disciplined yet flexible, determined yet trusting. Ultimately, the combination of responsibility and trust allows you to navigate life with confidence and clarity. You no longer wait for someone to fix your problems or for luck to intervene. You take the reins, act decisively, and remain steadfast in the knowledge that every effort counts, even when immediate results are invisible. Life's journey is rarely smooth, but it becomes meaningful, empowering, and transformative when you fully embrace your role as the architect of your path and have faith in the process that guides you. Life can feel unpredictable and overwhelming at times. Challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties can shake even the strongest among us. In moments like these, the difference between feeling lost and feeling anchored lies in the presence of something greater than oneself, a source of strength, purpose, and guidance that steadies the mind, soothes the heart, and illuminates the path forward. This is where spiritual anchors come in. They are not merely religious practices or rituals. They are the principles, beliefs, and connections that give meaning to life and provide a steadfast foundation during turbulent times. Spiritual anchors are what keep you grounded when circumstances threaten to pull you in every direction. They could be a deep sense of faith, a connection to a higher power, a commitment to personal values, or even the pursuit of wisdom and self-awareness. These anchors allow you to face difficulties without being overwhelmed by doubt, fear, or despair. When everything around you is uncertain, your inner foundation remains firm. It gives you the courage to navigate challenges, the clarity to make difficult decisions, and the resilience to continue even when the outcome is unclear. Developing spiritual anchors begins with self-reflection and awareness. Ask yourself what truly matters to you, what principles, values, or beliefs can guide you through the most difficult situations. When you identify these guiding forces, you create a framework that helps you respond to life with intention rather than reaction. They act as a compass, directing your actions, shaping your choices, and ensuring that even in chaos, your direction remains steady. Spiritual anchors also offer comfort and strength during moments of pain, loss, or uncertainty. Life will inevitably bring situations that feel unbearable, moments when the weight of the world seems too heavy. In these times, leaning on a source of spiritual grounding reminds you that you are not alone and that every experience carries meaning, even if it is not immediately clear. This perspective transforms suffering into growth, fear into courage, and confusion into clarity. Anchors do not remove challenges, but they provide the stability and insight needed to face them with grace. Having these anchors allows you to align your actions with your higher purpose. Decisions become less about short-term convenience and more about long-term growth and integrity. Your life starts to feel intentional rather than accidental, and you gain a profound sense of peace in knowing that your journey is guided by something enduring. Spiritual anchors are not static. They grow and deepen with experience, and the more you lean on them, the stronger they become, empowering you to withstand life's fiercest storms. At the same time, acting before it's too late is essential to creating a life of fulfillment and impact. Many people wait for the perfect moment or for conditions to align perfectly before taking action. They postpone dreams, delay conversations, or ignore opportunities to grow, thinking that time is abundant. But life is unpredictable, and opportunities do not wait indefinitely. Acting before it's too late means recognizing that the present moment is the most powerful tool you have, and that taking deliberate action now can prevent regret later. Procrastination and hesitation are often rooted in fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of uncertainty. But each moment wasted in indecision is a moment lost to potential growth, connection, or transformation. When you act decisively, even imperfectly, you assert control over your life. You transform intention into reality, vision into experience. The courage to act before it's too late creates momentum, builds confidence, and opens doors that would remain closed if you waited indefinitely. Acting before it's too late is not about impulsive or reckless behavior. It is about recognizing the finite nature of time and opportunities and aligning your actions with your values and goals. It is the understanding that the perfect conditions rarely exist, and that progress often comes through effort, persistence, and bravery. Each step taken toward your dreams, each difficult conversation faced, each risk embraced is a declaration that you will not wait for life to dictate your story. You will write it yourself. When combined, spiritual anchors and timely action create a life of purpose and resilience. Anchors give you the strength to stand firm, to reflect, and to make choices with clarity and integrity. Acting before it's too late ensures that this strength is not dormant, but expressed, transforming insight and intention into tangible results. Life rewards those who are both grounded and proactive. Those who understand that stability without action is wasted potential and action without guidance is aimless. Ultimately, the combination of spiritual grounding and timely action is about creating a life that is both meaningful and impactful. Anchors provide perspective and calm, reminding you of your purpose, your values, and your capacity to endure. Taking action ensures that you translate that inner clarity into visible progress, relationships, achievements, and personal growth. You stop being a passive observer of your own life and become an active participant capable of facing challenges, seizing opportunities, and making the most of every moment. Life does not promise unlimited time or endless chances, but it does provide every day as an opportunity to anchor yourself in what matters and to act with courage and intention. By finding your spiritual anchors and moving decisively before it's too late, you create a life of balance, purpose, and fulfillment. You equip yourself to face uncertainty without fear, embrace growth without hesitation, and live fully without regret. Every challenge becomes a chance to strengthen your foundation, every opportunity a moment to affirm your purpose, and every decision a step toward a life that reflects your highest potential.